Yeah, so I have been in Infileon now 3 months, and I oversee our partnership team, business development and partnership sales. And it's really a focus on our mission critical relationships across publishers and technology partners. If you think about Infileon, we are building a technology company that's bringing together our legacy location data first party insights into our ad tech value exchange ad experiences. And it's such a critical time in the industry when you think about where video is heading and how CTV and OTT video explosion is happening. I think we as an industry have an opportunity and really a responsibility to reimagine what the commercial experience looks like. And I was so interested in Infileon's approach to ad experiences all through a context of value exchange. And it's not just video, it's all of digital. And if you think about that important customer experience in respecting their time, attention, and privacy, that's all at the core of what we're doing in Infileon. So I'm super excited for this conversation. A lot of great debates about what partnerships look like and where the friction lies, but super excited to kind of roll up my sleeves and continue to lead these partnership conversations.
All right, wonderful. So you came from Discovery. With that long experience you've had in CTV, how is Infileon thinking about the CTV user experience as it relates to advertising?
Yeah, so I think the user experience is super interesting when we think about CTV today in the ecosystem that we're in. I think marketing and storytelling is so important, and I think what we have found with the explosion of SVODs and AVOD services is that people are leaving and demanding an experience and expecting an experience that respects their attention. And I think it's super important for us in the industry to reimagine what that looks like. And sitting at Discovery, I worked really closely with our product team. And one of the biggest takeaways with that is I understood the friction and the demands that are being asked of publishers today to integrate not just ad tech companies, but measurement companies. And there's all these integrations and requirements being asked of those publishers. And I think a core responsibility for my team and my role is to reduce that friction within our partnerships. And if that means having tech companies thinking differently about how they can create unified frameworks that we can then bring to publishers that allow us to solve for a lot of the friction points that we talked about today. But customers have a lot of choice today. And if we don't take the opportunity now to reimagine what that commercial experience looks like, those customers are going to continue to cut the cord, and they're going to find services where they're not annoyed with bad commercial experiences. And I think we are trying to solve for that at Infileon. Like we talked about, I think this whole concept of value exchange that respects our customers' time and attention and privacy. I would say that both sides of the business where we're coming together is an opt-in approach. All of our ad experiences are consumers opting in exchange for a better experience. In CTV, it could mean a lighter ad load. In gaming, it could be access to a new avatar or a next level. We're also looking at wallets and loyalty programs, because if you think about value exchange that puts that customer's attention first, it's a great opportunity for us and learn from the mistakes of kind of early days digital and moving forward. So
great. So big picture question, when you think about the future, what do you think is going to be the main driver of commercial growth for the TV industry?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think growth is going to come from, I'm going to keep harping back on customer just because I think that's so important to the equation. Customers have choice. I think growth is going to be found where we can create good customer experiences. That said, I do think that content is still king, and consumers are still going to continue to come to us to watch their favorite shows. I think there's a narrative that we've been debating here about just live television versus on-demand consumption, and linear still has a significant amount of scale and audience and value. And I think what we're going to start to see is the types of content and where consumers are consuming. I think live programming, sports and news, very, very important. So where are the OTT partners, and how is OTT going to kind of disrupt that traditional live viewing? I think you're starting to see that with Amazon and Thursday Night Football. And then I think for entertainment content, that's where you're going to start to see, I hope, some innovation happening in order to surface and better surface the content that customers are looking for.